Sometimes the biggest ideas are hiding in the most unlikely places. We came across this really simple one-line announcement for a new university class, and honestly, it was so packed with meaning that we just had to break it down with you.
So here it is. At first glance, it's just a course title, right? SDGs for the benefit of mankind, a new general education class for MU literacy. But trust me, packed into these few words are some of the biggest ideas shaping our world right now. So let's unpack this sentence, piece by piece, and really get into why this isn't just about a class, but about a whole new way of thinking.
Yeah, what does that actually mean? What in the world are SDGs, and how did they suddenly become a fundamental literacy for, the benefit of all mankind? Let's find out.
Okay, first up, let's tackle that acronym, SDGs. It sounds a little bit technical, maybe a little formal, but the idea behind it is actually incredibly human. So SDGs stands for Sustainable Development Goals. Sustainable means we're looking for progress that can actually last, that doesn't mess things up for the future just for a short-term gain. Development is all about making people's lives better. And goals, well, that part's crucial. It means these are specific, shared targets that pretty much the entire world has agreed to work towards together. And the core idea here isn't just about, say, economic growth. It's all about balance. The best way to think about it is like a three-legged stool. Okay, so one leg is for people, things like ending poverty and hunger. The second leg is for the planet, fighting climate change. And the third leg is for prosperity, making sure everyone has a chance at dignified work. If you take away any one of those legs, the whole thing just collapses. You need all three. Here's another way to picture it. Imagine trying to build a huge house with 193 other people. It would be total chaos, right? You couldn't just have everyone start hammering away wherever they felt like it. You'd need a shared blueprint, a plan everyone agrees on. Well, that's exactly what the SDGs are. They're a global blueprint for the kind of world we all want to build. So now, let's move on to that second part of the phrase, for the benefit of mankind. It sounds so grand, doesn't it? But it points to a very real, very practical shift in how we're trying to solve problems. For the longest time, the way we tackled big global issues was, it was fragmented. You had countries and organizations all kind of doing their own thing, sometimes with competing priorities. Everyone was pulling in different directions, and the impact was pretty limited. The SDG model just flips that whole idea on its head. Instead of everyone pulling apart, these shared goals create a single unified path. And that collective action is what starts to create real global benefits. And the logic behind this is so powerful because it's so simple. First, you set a clear target, a common destination everyone can see, like ending extreme poverty. Second, that shared goal naturally starts to unite everyone's efforts, governments, organizations, even individuals. And finally, when everyone is working together, you can actually measure your progress and figure out how to accelerate your impact. It just makes sense. Which brings us to our final section, and all the way back to that university course. Why is understanding all this being called a new literacy? And why is it being taught as general education? When we think of general education, we usually think of the basics, right? Like writing or math, the absolute fundamentals. So what makes understanding the SDGs so essential that they're now joining that list? It's because in our totally interconnected world, this global blueprint is essential knowledge. It helps us see how our local actions connect to global issues. It also links every single field of study. It doesn't matter if you're in business, engineering, art, or medicine. Your work is going to intersect with these goals. It gives us a shared language to tackle the huge challenges ahead. It really is the new literacy for our time. And that's really the bottom line here. Learning about the SDGs isn't like learning about one more topic to check off a list. It's more like being given a new map, a map that shows how all the other topics fit together. It's the context in which all our future work and learning is going to take place. So from one single course title, we've basically uncovered a global plan for a better world. This knowledge isn't just for a select few anymore. It's foundational for all of us. The blueprint is there. The plan exists. So the only question left for all of us is, what are we going to build with it?